Hey there, everyone. It's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 you guys. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Happy New Year. Hope your new year is starting off amazing. Hope you guys have your new year intentions set, your goals, your wishes, your resolutions, whatever the like, and that 2023 is your best year yet. Well, 2023 may not be starting off as happy and as joyful and cheerful as it might be for others, because last night on CNN's coverage, the sober coverage of New Year's Eve, you guys, with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper, got a little bit awkward when Andy Cohen, the messiest of them all, keeps pressing Nick Cannon about his 12 children, you guys, and what his goals are. So this is coming for people, you guys. I would play the audio, but there's like a lot of music in the background, and I don't want to get copyright. But I will tell you guys what happened. Per this People article, you guys. And so basically, during the broadcast, Annie Cohen had asked him about an end game when it comes to having more children, and he was joking that Nick Cannon appears to be single-handedly repopulating the earth after the birth of his 12th child. The girl that was born, you guys, on December 14th, named Halo, that I did a previous video about, and Andy Cohen had asked Nick Cannon, he was like, so what's your plan? So then afterwards, Nick Cannon says, clearly I don't have a plan. Honestly, man, it's just so much joy and elation that I have, the family that I have, and I embrace it. I love it, and I do not have a plan. That should have been clear from the jump. See, I think he lost the plan when Mariah Carey, was done with him. I think that was when the plan was lost, you guys. That was when the plan was lost. So while Andy Cohen was hosting the show with Anderson Cooper, he asked a follow-up question if a vasectomy was in the future, you guys. And Nick Cannon was like, is that what you want me to get? It's my body, my choice. I cannot, you guys. I cannot. And so then Anderson Cooper then asked Nick Cannon if he had any advice for any new fathers out there. And so Nick Cannon had said, just operate out of love. I mean, some people may say that's what's got us here in the first place, but that's what I would always do. And what, I always do with a smile. Then, of course, when it turned to, what the New Year's resolution was for 2023, Nick Cannon said that he does not make any. He said, like I said, I'm just so happy for health, and I want to continue to be as healthy and filled with as much gratitude as possible for the next year, Nick Cannon said. So here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. As you guys know, I am very transparent about how messy Andy Cohen is on these housewife shows and on his show Watch What Happens Live, and how there's certain favoritism and things he has where he holds certain housewives accountable and asks the questions that we want the answers to, but then ignores his favorites or ignores certain ones. However, I was here for all of this last night. I was cracking up at all of this last night because it was a hot mess. It was an absolute hot mess because Nick Cannon has to know that he's been getting dragged all over the internet, these past couple of years, having all of these kids out of wedlock. You should have stopped after the third child, Nick. You should have stopped after the third child, but it is giving midlife crisis. It is giving, it's giving narcissism. It is giving, I still need to prove myself. I still need validation that there is a piece of me in every single child all over the world long after I'm gone, even if I don't have the time to spend with all of them, right? And he didn't even he didn't even say, hey, I'm thinking of getting a vasectomy. I'm thinking of slowing down. He has no intentions of slowing down, you guys. Like I said in a previous video, the 12th child was never going to be the last child, right? It was just the latest child that was going to be born. And do not be surprised when another pregnancy is announced this year, you guys. Do not be surprised when another pregnancy is announced, right? So, but I am just laughing that he is getting agitated with these questions from Andy Cohen, and he has to think to himself, this is not normal behavior, right? This is not normal behavior. He has no problem in any other interview basically making a mockery of this and you joking about this, but then when somebody asks him the questions like, hey, do you plan on getting a vasectomy? What is your plan with all these children that you are just repopulating the world with? Now you want to get offended? Seriously? Nobody told you to have unprotected sex with all these women. Nobody told you to have 12 kids, Nick Cannon. Nobody told you to put yourself and all these other women at risk for potential STDs and everything else in the lake. Nobody told you to, be reckless out here with yourself. Seriously? So you need to keep the same energy as to why you've completely melted down after your split with Mariah Carey. That is the root of the issue, you guys. The root of the issue is you thought you could get away with, treating Mariah Carey anything but the queen that she is, and you effed around and you found out. And so now, because your ego is bruised, now because there might have been a slight chance of you guys reconciling until you decided to be reckless with your D, that now all of a sudden you're in your feelings? No. It doesn't matter how many kids that you try to repopulate the world with, you're still not happy, Nick Cannon. And that is the bottom line. I don't care how rich you are. You have no time for these kids. You have no time for all these broken families you are creating all over the world. And I'm glad somebody finally checked you and wasn't sucking up to you, because this is foolishness. This is not funny. This is, unacceptable. Any of these women in this situation should be pissed. Any of these women who are continuing to procreate with Nick Cannon, I have to just presume it's for the money at this point, right? I have to presume it's just for the money, because there is no other rationale for you knowingly getting involved with a man with all these children, with all these baby mamas that you know he is not going to see as often, you guys. And originally, his ex-wife, Mariah Carey, is the main one who's saying, hey, you need to spend more time with your kids, right? You need to spend more time with your kids. And instead, Nick Cannon is going on every single interview, every single tour date, every single hosting opportunity that there is known to man, except for being a father to his kids. And then doing a recent interview where he's saying that he, quote, feels guilty, that he can't put in as much time. Well, nobody told you to put in your D as many women as possible and have unprotected sex and have all these kids out here, you guys. Nobody told you to do that. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.